motivated because, yeah, how are we going to feed our children? Right there. Boom. You know, so how are we going to take care? How are we going to nourish? How are we going to fulfill? How are we going to make a promise to our next generation who doesn't really see that there's anything left, you know? It's like, that's the thing, is like they're looking at like all four of them cups, like they're kind of like, damn, man, where's the where's our hope, you know? Like, what do we got to hope for, you know, in the future? Like, you know, and that's the thing. It's like, I try to put myself in the shoes of the younger generations right now, and I try to think personally, like with them, what is it that we have to offer them, you know? Like, what is it that we have to offer them? Because that's something that we really have to ask ourselves right now. You know, we need to offer them a future that has a little bit more brightness, more sunshine in it, you know, like more like nourishment, you know, because that's the thing. It's like the things that I value the most that I noticed that aren't present in our culture anymore are the things that our culture did, that were like my grandparents' culture, you know, because they always had all the good stuff, you know, and they always had like the fattest garden and all the coolest things, and those are the things that I value the most now as an adult, like, is how to cook, how to can, how to grow my garden, and how to provide for myself, how to make jerky, how to do all these really cool things that I know how to do. But I was taught that by my elder generations. They handed that knowledge down to me, you know, because they loved me. And so that's the way that we loved each other, was that they taught us how to take care of ourselves, how to fill our cups, you know, and they taught me how to be self-reliant. And that's something that we're no longer doing anymore. We're not teaching, we're not standing in a position. See, we got the emperor here on the bottom of the deck, right, on the reverse. And so it's like we, in our culture, have lost our way in the sense of how we're leading the next generations, you know. And so it's like we're not really teaching the same things that we were taught from our elders to our youth, you know. In a lot of ways, that's causing us to, well, not in a lot of ways, in many ways, in every way, we're starting to lose that. We're going to lose that because, like, we're the last generation that has that opportunity right now to hand down that knowledge to the future generations and try to get them fired up, get them passionate about that shit. Like we had that Ace of Wands come out in that our read here earlier today as that's our passionate new beginning. Well, what are we going to do with that? You know, it's like, well, we got to restore the things that brought the human like the human a lot of emotional fulfillment. You know, a lot of emotional like we had emotional it's like legacy, you know. So it's like we had emotional legacy amongst our generations because our elder generations cared and loved